Han Meditations. You know what? Right now, I'm going to actually tell you what and who God is. I'll do it right now. I'll tell you who God is right now in a very simple term. God is. Thank you guys for being here at Han Meditations. Today we're going to be reacting to a Sadhguru video, so let's get right into it.
Soul is sacred for people. The body is filthy. How is it possible? Yes? That's what we've been doing, isn't it so? Saying God is sacred, creation is filthy. How is it possible? The very thought of God occurred to you only because you saw creation, isn't it? When you were born and you opened your eyes, you looked around, so much creation. Before you came here, so much has happened. Obviously, you did not create it. So you thought, there must be a creator. This is how you come to the creator, isn't it? The moment you thought there must be a creator, because you're in a human form, you thought it must be a big man. A small man like me cannot do all this. It must be a big man. Just 2 hands, how can it do so much creation? Must be 8 hands. Isn't it? Isn't it so? If you were a buffalo, you would be really thinking, God is a huge buffalo. Isn't it so? Yes or no? You go and ask a buffalo and see, a buffalo will insist, God is a huge buffalo, maybe 4 horns. You know Idi Amin? You heard of Idi Amin? The Uganda man? Idi Amin declared, God is black. I agree with him. If a white man can have a white God, why can't a black man have a black God? But both those people are confused. We know God is brown. Because he visited us, you know. Some time ago, I was talking to a group of people in Nashville in Tennessee, and I was telling them a joke. In the joke, I just referred to God as Him. Immediately a few ladies stood up. Do you believe God is a man? I knew where it's going. I said, See, I'm only telling you a joke. It doesn't matter. You said him, do you believe God is a man? They take the jokes very seriously. Now women are arguing, God could be a woman. Such problems exist only in those cultures. In India, we have man God, we have woman God, we have cow God, we have monkey God, we have everything. Every kind, crawling one, creeping one, flying one. Because we foresaw all the problems of the future. See, when man was the most powerful force on the planet, man was naturally God. Now women are also gaining in their power, so women are questioning, why can't it be a woman? So tomorrow suppose dogs gain lot of power which they're gaining, so dogs will ask, why not a dog god? Actually the spelling also is close, you know. He seemed to be closer than you, isn't it? So your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself, isn't it? Your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself. See, you're still not able to define yourself, isn't it? Whatever definition you put on yourself is not correct. Any kind of definition you put on you, it is not enough to describe this one. When this small piece of creation is like this, the source of creation, How are you going to put a definition on it? You cannot define it, you cannot understand it, you can only dissolve into it. You can experience it, you can never know it, you can't make knowledge out of it. Whatever knowledge you have about God is just pure nonsense, cultural nonsense. Depending upon which kind of culture you are in, that kind of God you have, isn't it? It can only be experienced. Experience does not mean you can eat it or you can grasp it. No, you can experience only by dissolving in it. There is no other way. So, we are just looking for methods of dissolution so that we can experience something far bigger than ourselves.
And Sadhguru was actually right. But you know what? Right now, I'm going to actually tell you what and who God is. I'll do it right now. I'll tell you who God is right now in a very simple term. God is. That's it. God is. God is all that is. So every single thing is God. You are God. I am God. This table is God. Like Sadhguru said, they have a God for everything. Gods that fly, gods that walk, gods that are male, gods that are female, because God is everything, creation itself. So if God is all that is, there can be nothing that is not God. There is only God. And that's where people make the mistake, because they have egos. And the ego believes it is separate from God because the ego is cocky. The ego wants to believe it's different and separate from God, but it is not. You are God. It's one thing, all that is. Do you agree, Kelly?
Yes, very good point, very philosophical. And I do like how he said, all the funny things he was saying led to the point that we see God as just a bigger version of ourselves, which is very true. I think us as humans, it's kind of difficult to imagine. We just automatically kind of picture God as this being like us, although we know it's not, but that's just kind of where our mind goes, because that's just how our brains work. And I also like how he made the point that there was many things created here before you came, and there has to be some creator. And that's a big way that I look at the concept of God as well, because, people will make the point when it comes to manifestation, I'm manifesting these things, I'm making it happen, I'm, wishing for it, and then it comes. And it's true, but you're missing out a big point that we have no control and no knowledge over, which is time. You can manifest these things, but there's a reason it just doesn't pop in at the very moment you want it. It always comes at the perfect timing that is right for you, which means there is some powerful entity that knows time better than you do, which to me means there has to be a God. There has to be all creator and all knowing that created everything. So therefore they know everything.
Yep.
So I really liked it.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And like you said, how he said, if you're a bull, then the bull will think that the God is a bull. If you're a buffalo, you think, God is a buffalo. So that goes back to what I said, where God is. God is all that is. So God is a buffalo. God is a bull. God is a monkey. God is everything. Every single thing God is, because the way that I view life and the perspective that I have is that everything is just energy. If you could break every single thing down, from this table to the clothes I'm wearing to me, everything is just energy. So if you had a lens that you could truly see what everything was, it would just be one thing. Being a self, being your individual is an illusion. You're not truly yourself. Everyone is the same. When I'm talking to you, I'm truly just talking to myself. When I'm talking to Kelly, it's the same person. We're just, different personalities. But our ego allows us to believe that we're truly different, but we're not. We're the same. So Sadhguru is absolutely right. And that is who God is. So I would advise you to really look within, know thyself, and through knowing yourself, you will know God. Thank you for watching.